Hey, real quick, let's review how many different ways you can make money off of websites. And I'm just going to throw up a few because there are quite a few, but let's talk about some of the standard ways. And again, what's the whole point? The point is trying to get through 7 cycles. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now you can live off that nest egg. If you can double that, then that's the money you would live on minus the 128K, because you're going to keep re-rolling that thing in order to keep paying your 128K a year that you can live on. Beats stocks and bonds, in my opinion, beats Bitcoin just because it's a whole lot less risky, a lot less crazy. All you're doing is building up channels where you can sell leads through to companies, and we were talking about that. You can go to Offer Vault. There are a lot of places where you can go, and when you get there, you can sign up for pay-per-call offers. You can check it out. You can sort by the payout amount from low to high, high to low. Huge, interesting, lots and lots of industries. This gives you a guide. Now, it's not as simple as the highest payout wins. The higher the payout, the more stringent the requirements, the harder it is to do. So it's good to find sweet spots in there somewhere based on the industry and either what you know or what you can pull off, or just take your leads to independent companies, right? And then that way you can make your sales to them. Let's say we made you a large website. Let's say it had, I don't know, 4 or 5 different sections to it, right? Let's say it covered a big enough topic that there are different things that you could have ads for, and so on. How many different ways do you monetize websites? I just want to make this point. I almost should be writing this down, but it would probably take forever to write it all down. Here we go. Okay, you make a website, and you can take the whole website, and it's working, and you intentionally start renting it to somebody, swap out the email, swap out the phone number to them, swap out the logo or the company name to them, and literally it's their website. They get whatever business off of it they get. You have no interest. All you know is you're renting it to them, the website. So every year they just keep renewing with you. And what is your requirements in a case like that? Just keep the website up. So you're paying us a retainer, say, and maybe once in a while you'll pay us a little extra to do something new with it, just to keep it up, make it better, add some new pages, throw in some more images, upload videos if they want, throw in schema, toss in live chat features, something like that, right? There you go. But there are lots of other opportunities. Instead of renting it to them, you could sell it to them outright. Now, if you sell anything to anybody, it should be based on the kind of either the monthly income the site makes or the monthly value the site makes. For instance, if you're showing up for keywords organically that other companies have to pay for ads to get because they're not ranking for those keywords, but they need to, right? Well, the keywords you show up for lead to a certain amount of traffic. So that traffic that comes in off those keywords either came in through free clicks or somebody had to pay to get them, right? So if I do a search for Seattle dentist, I might click an ad where somebody's going to pay for that click. Or if I scroll down and hit an organic, that's a free click. But I did that search and I could have gone either way. Do you know what people say? You don't naturally show up on the front page at all for the keyword. You normally have to pay for the ad, right? So what is the free click worth? Well, it's worth what you would have had to pay for the ad, minus a penny for every next position down from the bottom position, right? So if the ads on the page went from, say, I don't know, $7.50 for the top click, $7.50 for that, then theoretically the next one down $7.49, theoretically the next one down $7.48, $7.47, $7.46. Say that's the end of the ad, $7.46. Well, then the first position organically is $7.45 worth because someone clicks it for free, but that's just it. Past the ads, the next one down is the next penny down, $7.45. So the second position is $7.44. $7.43, $7.42, $7.41. Yes, keywords are figured out that way. Organic valuation is figured out that way. So whether you get sales or not, the traffic that you can get you get clicks from, right, can be valued. As a matter of fact, many systems online, including SpyFu, literally can tell you what your SEO value is. So can Ahrefs, and it does it in real time. I showed it to you already with a keyword, right? Let's do a more fun one. Los Angeles motorcycle crash attorney. Do you get it? That's got to be expensive, right? When you're paying per ad, right? And, oh, those are the sponsored. Let me get down here. Look at this. Yeah, well, okay. This is 12,000 clicks, right? Worth $136,000 a month. This guy in the number 2 spot saves $136,000 per month because they don't have to pay to be on the page, right? And that's the point. Now, where's the number coming from? All of their keywords, the fact that whatever the lowest sponsored position is up here, subtract a penny for the number 1 spot and subtract another penny for the number 2 spot, and that's per keyword times that share of the clicks, right? So there you go. The number of clicks that happen times what would have been the ad cost if you were at that position. Believe it or not, that's gold, right? When you start getting clicks on keywords and you can track back what your website's monthly traffic is actually worth. How much would you rent a website out for if the search traffic that hits the website is worth $486,000 a month? Do you get it? So if you wanted to rent that website, if it was your website and you wanted to rent it, you could rent it to this guy who wants it. And if he doesn't want it, that guy might want it. If they don't want it, that guy might want it. If they don't want it, that guy might want it. The further down you go, the greater the likelihood that you're going to find guys who do want it, especially the guys who are much lower on search traffic. If I scroll down, look at this. Search traffic 216 worth $750 a month. Now, that guy's not even in the game. So there's no way he could afford it, right? But I'm just saying, rent is one thing. Then what if this guy wanted to sell that website that's making that's worth that much, $486,000 a month, assuming, because he would have to tell us how much of the traffic converts and stuff like that just to get a clue. But we're assuming that the people that land on his website, that's worth a ton of gold anyway, even for the people who don't convert, because we can offer them other ads. We can offer them other things to get them to buy, or to go to other places that are paying us for the traffic we send them. In other words, they're renting spots on our website because we have 40,800, people per month landing on the website. It's probably not people, it's probably more like 35,000 people a month. But if you got 35,000 people a month landing on your website for whatever all the reasons are, they probably have a lot of information-based pages, so they're getting college students, Census Bureau guys, are getting legal scholars, are getting organizations, news organizations, who knows, whatever they did to build big enough to get 35,000 searches a month, right? Searchers a month. Then that's lots of opportunities to being able to plug in ads that deal with those kinds of people into those information-based pages. Not in the middle of the pitch, but the pitch is only like 10 pages or 5 pages on the website, maybe 20. But if you've got 250 pages on your website, 20 are pitching, the other 230 are training, then have pattern interrupts. You can put ads all through there. What does stuff like that even look like? Because then you can rent that stuff out. But first, let me say, if you wanted to sell a website like this, you would look at the history of the kind of traffic it has, and then you would project out how it looks like the traffic's going to go over time, right? And you would do the math based on the projection, a realistic projection based on what's happened so far with the site. Now, if that looks like it'll go on for a while, you know what you could sell for? About 30 months worth of that. So $15 million this website could be worth. And yes, when you go to places like Empire Flippers, there are people there that will buy your website for millions if it's worth it, right? That's what the sales price is, $1 million, right? 400,000, 230,000. These are the kinds of numbers where if you can build up a few websites really well and sell them, and then use the proceeds to build more websites, build them up and sell them too, even just based on the value of the traffic, right? It's just which industry is in it. Then those websites are sellable because you may not know how to monetize it. The guys who want to buy that industry know how to monetize it. They already have their ads at the ready. They already know that they can plug them into your website and make that stuff work in a really, really big way. Why are they coming and buying your website? Because it's done already. Okay. When they go to buy it, if they actually have their business running and they go to buy your website based on the valuation, they've got a bank somewhere and the bank will loan them the money to pay you. And that way they got you out of there, and the ad revenue they can throw in there will be more than the amount they owe the bank each month. So they are instantly in profit, instantly feeling profit on a month-by-month basis the moment they buy it from you and start using it, right? So they just got to learn how to access it, how to get in there. And these are guys who can figure that stuff out. Or part of the retainer, I would do it, wouldn't you? Is heck, I will work with you to make sure that we get everything set up your way after you make the purchase. You get it? So look at this. This is common, all right? Common, right? There are lots and lots of places that sell websites like this. And it's based on what? Usually 22 times or 39 times over what the website makes on a monthly basis. What if you have a short curve that goes really nice and high and it looks like it's leveling out? Well, mine lasts a couple of months and then drop. Does that mean that the website's not worth selling? No, it doesn't mean that. Say the website's making the equivalent of $5,000 a month or 10 or 20 or 30. Okay, it reached that point. It's leveling out. Then the question might be, okay, let's say it's making $20,000 a month and it looks like it'll last at least 2 or 3 more months, and who knows where it goes from there. But that's 2 or 3 more months, right? That it's pretty quite obviously going to last. Then a buyer would be willing to buy it for the equivalent of $20K times 2 or 3 months. $40,000, $60,000. Does that make sense? Because they're going to get the loan for the bank, and the amount they pay the bank is less than the amount they can make from the ad revenue of using your trafficked pages. Does that make sense? So our job is to build up websites for other people in industries that are useful. And one of the best ways to do that is to create lots of pages on the website that train people. The people that are looking to buy now don't just buy now very often. First, they start off not being problem aware. Like in my case, maybe I don't know that my roof is leaking yet, but I will soon, as soon as I see the spots, right? Then I will suddenly be problem aware, and I will start looking at options online, and I will think, what can I do about this? And then once I really think, okay, the differences between, man, you can either seal the roof, foam the roof, fill in the gaps, repair the roof, or replace the roof, or get a roof rejuvenation treatment done. Okay, now I got a clue. So I'm going to look into those things. I'm in information gathering. Should I rejuvenate? Should I repair? Or should I replace? What kind of tiles? What kind of tiles are available these days? Is it a good idea to do solar panels while you do the new roof or after? What about the little lights or solar lights, that let people see? Should I do that or not? What's that cost? What's it like? What's the best choice of window? All that kind of thing. So once I have that stuff figured out, now I'm ready to buy. Where do you think people really make their money? Advertising like mad here and bidding on each other in a bidding war that eats up most of their profit? Or training these guys with pages all over their site that cover all these questions people are asking? Because if you're the guy who's good enough to train them, then after you've trained them on the page, by the way, if you need a new roof or you're ready for a new roof, here are the guys we recommend. So if they've been reading through your page because they're impressed, they'll take your recommendation most likely. Does that make sense? So if we create information pages, we can have pitch pages at the top. We can have, related links in the sidebar. We can have a call to action bar that stays visible on the page, telling someone that they can browse the inventory, join the webinar, give us a call, visit the parent company, see our recommendation, whatever it says, and wherever it goes, right? We can have pattern interrupts. We can put an ad in the middle of the page. We can put a video at the top of the page. We can put a live chat agent in the corner. Why am I talking about that? Those are all separately monetizable things that can be done with a website. You can rent it, you can sell it, or you can rent space on pages you have. For instance, I might be renting this to a guy, but I might also, or he may co-op for this just depending on the budget. This could be one of his affiliates who is renting space on the pages. That will eat from his main sales because it's through an affiliate, but the affiliate's making up for it by paying for monthly access to have her video on top of these pages. And then her video will suggest that people use the coupon code when they make the purchase from the guy. So now the guy didn't need to create a video. He could just plug in an affiliate who's willing to pay $250 a month, $500 a month to be here. Okay. What about further down the page? We could also have a direct clickable ad that goes straight to somebody. It could be this company or another company, a competitor. But if this guy's not getting the sale, but they want to click this other option that's not direct competition, but another thing that you can buy, then that's because these guys are paying for their ads to show up on the pages, or they're paying for affiliate. This is an affiliate link, and he'll make sales on that side sell, right? That you can do, okay? And then you could have some kind of an ad at the bottom, and then anyway, the rest of the page pitches the guy and then closes with, oh, hey, you know what? Your brighter future begins now. Why not contact us today? Here's our phone number. Give us a call, right? Which is the same phone number that's been floating the whole time on the entire page. So you can rent videos. You can rent banner ads. You can or put in affiliate links. I saw a company create pages for how much Celsius can you drink every day. And then they had crates of Celsius from an Amazon store plugged in their affiliate link for buying in discount, buying in bulk. And then they had the different flavors, right? Because anyone who does a search for how much can I drink in a day must really be in love with this stuff. May as well get it at a really good discount, right? When you buy in bulk. So talk about that's cool, because it was getting like 1,200 hits a month, that one page. I don't know how many sales they made off of it, but man, it could have been 100, could have been 500. It's like a really tight question for a really tight crowd. So guys who are in the game and like buying these websites usually have a lot of experience at understanding the nuances of where to put the ads. And so part of the nuances of creating great sites, related pages. What if one kind of video works only for this group, and then the related pages for one of the other groups? But if we were to do some other section of the website, maybe that should be somebody else's ad. Oh, someone else's ad in a different section. Maybe whoever's reacting to this, whatever that means, is responding to a different kind of a message where this guy knows what he's doing and he's paying for his ads to be on those pages. Oh, so you could charge her $200 a month or $500 a month. You could charge him $200 a month or $500 a month, depending on the usage, the number of pages his ad showing up on, or the total traffic, or who knows what. Or maybe it's just another affiliate who's co-opting in. So she's got her ads on some of the pages, he's got his ads on some, and let the cards fall where they may, right? And then, we could still have the ad in the middle of the page, which goes either to the same place or a different place, because we're in a different section of the website now, huh? So this could be for eye drops on this page, for all I know. You know, so does that make sense? Monetization comes in many forms. Guess what? See this live chat? This could be for someone else who's paying for their live chat to be here. For the guys who don't want to call, they want to talk and get questions. Guess what the live chat guys can do? Say, oh, here's the PDF you should take a look at. Here's a URL you could go to and see from our parent company. Here you could call Tom at this number for direct discussion on that thing you were asking about. Tom's the right guy to call. So this is either competition or sideshow to anything here. You realize that? So if this main page didn't belong to a certain company anyway, if it was just informational, that's the first thing you realize. That's even the most direct sell. Just everyone's trying to plug into your pages because they get traffic. And the guys who want to buy your websites from you is because they know that. And they would rather do that themselves. So it is worth it for you to plug in all these different videos and stuff and create all these banner ads and put them out there for companies for affiliate links, even if you're not getting paid on all of it, but you're setting it up so that you can, you can really prove it out and you can show it off. Does that make sense? Of course, everything you can set up that gets you paid is great. If you do the videos yourself, that's you, and you're doing it because you want to be the affiliate of the product or whatever, have at it. But if you don't, use someone else's. You know what you can do for a guy like this? If you embed all his videos in your websites, YouTube discovers that his video is popular because it gets embedded in a lot of websites. So this guy can start rising in YouTube higher because of his popularity. That's something else you could charge him for. The fact that you put his videos into the websites, even if they're not really being seen, is still proof to Google of the importance of that guy's video. And that can help that guy's video rise and rank. So he can try you out, see how much of an effect he has out of it. Does that make sense? So you can sell, rent. What else can you do? Just having websites like this, you can put links to different people and charge them for that. You can drive up their domain rating. You can, in this case, you can help them show up for keyword combinations, right? Because you're using specific keywords for doing it. There are all these things that you can do, and you can have those links on a bunch of pages, but maybe only in a certain section of the site for this guy, and then do that kind of external linking to somebody else in another section of the site. Since you can link out to guys, you can link out to external authority links and cross-link to the other websites that you have. There you go. And then the other thing is, what if people want to rent a set of websites from you? They're so blown away by your one that if they find out you have 5 or 10, they want to rent within that entire stack, or rent the whole stack, or buy the whole stack. See, what if you make a website that works and this guy wants to buy it, or this guy, I don't care, or this guy, or this guy. All right? What do? Make a bunch of sites going the same exact direction, doing the same stuff so that they can show up next to each other, right? Just like those Seattle dentists. They all show up and get their share of traffic. The guy who buys one of these from you would be really happy to get another one, right? To the degree that you're getting traffic and based on the value of the traffic. Does that make sense? You can have websites that get traffic and no sales at all, but based on the value of the traffic, people don't have to pay for the AdWords. So in that industry, there are guys who are going to want to buy that website from you because they'll know what to sell on those pages. Once they have that website in their hands, and maybe you help them get the ads on their pages, or we're doing that obviously on your behalf if we're doing the project for you, then the reality check is they are happy. Does that make sense? And the idea that you do that means you get way, way ahead on your retirement score, because you get to collect many, many months of the revenue you make at once, today, right now. Even if it's not 32, it can still be 4, right? And if it's 4, you're just slamming ahead 4 times as fast towards getting to your goals. Does that make sense? All right. So where do you go to start anything like this? You go to website-installer.com, click on professional services. The thing I've been talking about here is this or this or this, depending on your point of view. So if you're watching the videos, if you're thinking about what you can do with these things, realizing that it's all open for you to do, right? And so watch them, whatever you're interested in, and let's go ahead and talk. Let's see about getting you set up, because we just finished all our tools. We're launching all this stuff hard, and you're going to want to get in because we can take over like nobody's business. We're doing everything you can do on site for best SEO practices, and so you cannot buy better websites than ours. They're cheaper than other people would charge for the full amount of work, and they're done so fast compared to what other people have to do man-hours wise. That's one reason that we're so cheap, is because we simply automated so much of how to get it perfect. Okay? And so when you're doing this stuff, then yeah, the idea is However fast we can get this to roll over one after the next, there you go. You're going to hit your goals. And yeah, I can't wait. So hop in when you get a chance. If you got any questions, give me a call. Let's get you on a roll.